evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Final Fantasy 14. Wow, break for it right there. Hey, it's Deej, and I'm not on screen. Why? I didn't feel like setting up the camera system. It's a beautiful Saturday evening here, and I wanted to knock out some more of this MSQ patch content, so yeah, well, that's what we're aiming to do. Who knows how far we'll get tonight, but it starts in the command room, so I have to walk over to the command room. You're expected. Pray, take this lift to the command room. Yes, that was the plan. Thank you. Hello, Admiral. Approach with a swing in your step, apparently. Welcome, friends. I take it the Ishtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reapers venturing as far as Sandland to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning. We would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, God forbids, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Menphilia, I am given to understand you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with my own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Red, Maelstrom scouts are currently That's a word. Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing that mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkrita has charge of the garrison. Admiral? I used to have a better Merwood voice, but not that I can't be arsed. It's just that oh, where did that come from? Oh, that's a weird thing I wasn't intending on doing. But apparently can't be arsed is a phrase word for it. Deep breath, reset. I've lost it. I used to have a good Merwood voice for her first voice actress. I have since lost it. Just no. And that's about as good as you're going to get out of me. I apologize. Although, can't be arsed. I can't be arsed to do stuff. That is a powerful phrase. If I seem a bit funny tonight, that's because rather than the water or Dr. Pepper or iced tea that normally accompanies me, I am partaking of a Kugel Summer Shandy this evening. And, well, it's only the one so far, but, oh, does the beer and lemonade taste good. Who shall join us now? It's Bokucho. No, it's Stormy. Bokucho is my first Chocobo's name. As I said earlier, we are currently with the Adamantite armor and gear. All handmade, of course. All high quality, of course. Because that's the entire point of this run, is to make and use high quality items. Oh. Adventure, ma'am. Oh, my immediate service. That's nothing, sorry, I apologize. I was trying to talk to Falkrita. I've been expecting you silently, sir. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount, and with your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. I don't think we will. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. Kitty's wanting scritches. Kitty's giving scritches. Ow! Stop it, cat. That hurt. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion. If they've perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Okay. Out the front door. Can you get through here? You can't. Darn. Sure, let's level things. That's helpful. Come here. And I'm high enough level otherwise to not worry about our friends over here, around here. I just need to come behind here, take this guy out. Somebody, of all the times to forget the restorative. Here, use this. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taking the Serpent's tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Okay. Can do. I shall go against orders and come do this. Aha. Collapse the corpse. I had not... Okay, I've noticed it before, but it has never really clicked with me. That the icon for the for dead bodies is anemia lily. You've returned. Thank the navigator. When I learned you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Dear gods. These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they have not suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Have some spirit bond potion. Sure. Actually, no. Taking the spirit bond potion out here does nothing because you don't gain spirit bond for such a difference in item level. Damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, Savvy. My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our soul-surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetherite in the depths of Salsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetherite and eliminate the Sahakan priests presiding over the summoning. We're not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagan legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Time. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault. Have the subsequent units fan out to cover the flanks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units, in hopes of confusing the Sahagan defensive effort. Red and Nishtola, the 2 of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Ugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagan as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your hills and circle around to join the infiltration unit. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetherite, accompanied by Lady Nymphilia as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Red? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. That reminds me, have we? I think... I don't remember outside of, how do you want to say... outside of that last mission of last stream where we were searching for the where we found the Serpent Reavers were involved with this. Hello. The summoning ritual is taking place at the beast beneath the right deep within. Thither we must go. Obstructing our way is a multitude of checkpoints. It would be well advised to dispatch as many as possible along the way that we might avoid later interference. Let us take separate routes and merge before the Aetherite, the better to confuse the enemy's sentinels. Okay, I'll go this way. Oh, more. This would have been much harder when it first came out, if for no other reason than, oh hey, we were level capped. And gear score capped. It, since we're going, Strola. Pray, do not concern yourself. Was but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on.
They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much?
And here is the introduction to the Thief/Ninja class. I believe.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetheryte!
Why did we put up our weapons?
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
I mean, not the best poetry in the world, but I suppose it
Do you
works.
feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
My shot.
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Here's our first look at Leviathan.
Heavens forfend. Damn it all!
My being ebb the way. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
I have thoughts.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Okay. Understand. I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal sediments, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlayan herself struggled to best the Lord of the World in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meet and match with him. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. So, thoughts? This is, I believe, the first time we've witnessed a soul, for the lack of a better word, transferring bodies. And it was apparently done using knowledge of, or held by, the Asians. Specifically the emissary. I'm being careful here because I don't remember if we've heard his name yet or not. I believe we have, but just to be safe. So this is the first time that we've seen a body die and the soul residing in it take over another body. And I say the first time because spoilers. So it is, so we at least figured out that it is a skill that can be taught. Now what that means, and whether that skill can be passed on to anyone, is well, we don't know, but it can at least be passed on to certain individuals, including the Sahuagin priest. But it's foreshadowing. Let's head back to Limsa. And the new symbol here. You are expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahuagin.
Aye, The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us.
You mean the stuff we
rendering him no
use to
more
get into
dangerous
Garuda?
than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe
yeah.
passage through Garuda's tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldek and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Yugiri has something to say. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy. We've dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Istrola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we now know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not already? What could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Red, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. To confront the Lord of the Well in his watery domain is far from ideal, yet he is not like to come to us. Would that he lacked the means to strike us from you. There is no quick way to the Grey Fleet. So we'll take a quick flight. And if you have already figured out who this is going to be, the Grey Fleet being this windmill town. If you've already figured out who this is going to be by the description, well, you're one up on me the first time I played this. Now look here. Now look here, you have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But, sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled the millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us ain't made for the rougher stuff. All right, I'll tell you what you want. Never let it be said that old Trachtum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you can? Now, the tale of Trachtum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. Give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. It's no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been lagoons worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Well, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. Not one take all the glory for myself. I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Maybe I'm too modest. Now, there's some who say you can never truly beat Leviathan, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. Take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tubble them, and that don't happen much. Remember, it's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with my own eyes. It was a few fair years back, when I was working as baker's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering around the harbour when I saw it. Great, massive, big sea serpent with moans off the coast, with the fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. So bloody scared, I soiled myself right there and then. Well, oh gods, just remembered that day made me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait, if you're here asking about Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Take care, he's really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If not careful, you'll end up in his gullet at the bottom of the sea. Why, you breathless, lying horse son. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Red, this is Menphilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon. Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at Morby Dry Docks. Pray, make your way here as soon as you are able. I wish I had a kick emote. I'm told you're John the Grave here. I'm told you're John the Grave for you. Can't do the voice. My sympathies, lass. I wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. Enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious punzage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also she is nigh unsinkable, but I am not one to tempt the fate. The World Eater and crew stand ready. Just give the word, and we shall bear you till alive. I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Nardik and Vilmelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thank you, Nishtola. I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill your purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thank you, Nishtola. If you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Ugiri the 5th. What words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the Navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Red. May the crystal bless and keep you. And now, we sit in a queue. Hopefully we won't be sitting in a queue for too long. Is this a trial? It is a trial. Let's join party in progress. And I'm going to do this number. back into it. Maybe? Mr. Healer? Alright, now let's see if I can remember this fight. Ninja, Dancer, Black Mage. I kept watching the cutscene. And I can't remember. Hopefully that worked. We were a little slow on taking the visual was an attack coming, but that looked close. Clear command. One of the white mages. All right. Hey. So, that battle has a couple of quirks to it. One, melee has to hit the head, or no, physical has to hit the head, magical has to hit the tail. It's just how it goes. Second, if you don't have enough of that bar, if you miss the ads and don't have enough of that element bar, when that first big wave comes, you die. Yeah, it's a team wipe. So we did fairly well. Not intending on doing the second one at any time soon, but back to Limsa. Everybody say hello to Stormy, because Stormy's here, and can't see her at the moment, because I don't have my camera. So just a little insight into my setup here. Currently, I don't have a decent camera, so I'm using camera on my cell phone. Fortunately, the camera on my cell phone, the cell phone is the same one that I use with my my security token. So I have to set it up every time after, because it's a front-facing camera, whereas it's a rear-facing camera that actually does things. Whole deal. Don't worry about it. But that's why we're not here tonight. That, and it is still a little warm, so I said I didn't want all the lights going in the house. Try and cool it off here. Got fans running in the other rooms, where you can't necessarily hear them as well. Hopefully they're not being picked up. In any case, let's go get our congratulations. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. Today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have the honor of admitting such a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, madam. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. A little bit of a strut.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
I mean, call it dime store psychology if you, dime store philosophy if you will, but there is I think no good answer, and it sucks. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'll get out of these people's way. Let's step away for just a moment, cycle some fluids, get a new drink, and I'll join you back here in a few minutes. This patch gives you a lot to think about, and yeah, what is the right answer? I sure as hell don't know. In a bit. back into it, back at it. I believe that Master Xanthel had some words for us. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man. Present this letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of the Leviathan Society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than the to wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place, show it to the aforementioned man. Good luck. A little bit of RP walk going on. Okay, that's enough RP walk. That's the dancer. I think. Not sure who you are. Oh, I think you're the scholar. It is an inconspicuous man and a shadowy woman. Okay, what? Didn't your mommy teach you through just there? Got business with me, adventurer? So, you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. It's hoping I can catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw her shining grin. Well, what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner what Mildred says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I am Ugiri of Doma. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. See. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what are the 7 hours are we waiting for? Come with us, Ugiri of Do-Whatsits. We can get acquainted in more private strands. Hell, that didn't come out right at all, did it? Lady Red, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans, No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. No promises. High level 90 coffer. Much and more has occurred since I first held Eorzea from beyond the gap. Let me try that one again. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. A holy lance. Are you good for a... not a fan. Some elegant catalyst and a wind cluster. Okay. And now, we return to the Rising Stones. At least there's an ether right there I've attuned to. Well, that was a mount I hadn't seen before. Giggly. Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Eldar. It was then that I first chanced to gaze upon you. I was utterly transfixed. I dared not blink lest I deprive myself of even a split second of your radiance. You do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you've had a bit too much to drink.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
Oh, so we do know the emissary's name. Okay, just... I thought we did, I wasn't sure.
And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is aught amiss?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Pretty sure that was the end of the patch. Huh, yeah. That was the end of the patch. And with that being the case, I think it is a good time to do some side leveling. So let's slip into something a little less comfortable. And let's hit a roulette. I would like to get this up to level 35. Actually, I'd like to get it up to level 50, but that ain't going to happen tonight. So I want to get... Let me get Bard up. I want to get... I'd like to get Gladiator up. I'm not too worried about it. I would like to get Conjurer up. And I'd like to get... So, White Mage and Black Mage. Dragoon. Paladin. So I have one of each role up and going. ready, one of each role ready for level 50 gear. Let's get rid of that. I had bought a silver fork for this. I thought I needed to have a backup weapon, which I did not have, for a to advance the blacksmith quest. I didn't need it, so I didn't use it. The Makote's severance. I forgot I still had those. While we're waiting for that, and it looks like it will be a little bit, let's go see if I left any. Did I leave anything? I did not have any ventures going, so I'll go ahead and send the ventures out. Oh, Guiding Star is another. And then I don't send her out. Sign Venture, Quick Exploration. And let's go find some level 30 enemies to farm while we're waiting. These are a little high. They might work. Bane Mites work because they have, they drop both the sinew and the webs. Okay, down to waiting list number 8. Good deal. Bane Mite. Next one should show up over here. Make sure these still give me... I don't need to wander too close to them. There we go. Hawkmen are always fun. Food check. Okay. He's got his tank stance on, so... If somebody pick up the key, I'll go pick up the key. Don't be afraid of your AoE, buddy. Come on. And keep the dot up, get the dot timing. Grab the green key. Read on the items. I don't know why I'm gaining the immunity so well. Or why our warrior is not. She. I'm more than happy just to sit back and hit the AoE spam. Arm's length. Hooray. That actually gotta go. I forgot you get arm's length as a range. Seconds on the Of course she's hot. You know what? Let's head into town. We're level 33, so we leveled up. You got a level. Okay, this kind of rocks. I don't know which one this is. But I'm just headbanging along right now. Let's hit another. Like I say, it's 10 o'clock here. Gonna go, I think, one more here. Actually, you know what? No. Let's withdraw from this. Let's jump into an alliance raid. Get one more batch of Moogle tombstones before we call it an evening. While we're here, we can come over. And I want to say it's 30 for the... So I got the Blissful, the Reveling, the Blissful, the Legendary, the Auspicious. So I need the Lunar, and Euphonious, and Hallowed. So I need 3 more to get all of those. So 90. So, is that right? Yeah, 90. So 70 more. At 6. Let me pull it down and think. Yeah, at 6 tombstones per raid, that's 12 more raids. That's doable tomorrow, I think. $11 tomorrow. Yeah, we could probably do that. We can manage that, can't we? I do have a birthday party to go to in the evening, so depends on when I get up and get around. Oh, hey, that was quick. And he keeps my Dragoon leveling up, so. We got Circus Tower. Okay, I like this one. And looks like I'm in Party B? No. Okay. Circus Tower is the one with the doggos, so means I need to focus on the ads during the dog fight. Is that right? Sometimes yeah, Circus Tower has the Is everybody ready? Let's roll. Okay, so this one's, I don't know, okay, Scylla. If you get hit with the lightning, go power up a button. If you get hit with ice, get in a place near the boss. Or if you're trailed with ice, get in a place near the boss. And hopefully not overlap. If you get killed by the fire, go melt somebody that's been hit with ice. Two, one, whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm not. Where are you going? Oh, the tank got hit with the... Ancient flares stand in the puddles. That fight was weirder than it needed to be. Out, get away from the dragon. Don't bother dancing, just hit it. Quit using jump as a way to get from enemy to enemy. No. That's exactly what you use it for. This one's easy, just hit it until group up and hit it till it dies. Sorry for peeking there. If you don't get the reference, I'm sorry. We got another one. Now switch. Oh, that's whose armor that is. Okay, yeah. The Guardian. Okay, yeah, that... Sorry. I've been wondering where that... Pretty much all the things in here come from... All the armor sets that drop here come from these different bosses, and I could never figure out where the Guardians came from, and it's his. I recognize that central bread. Because, Halka can wait. If you get the picture, if you get the idea, I've done this a few times. Remember how many of those, damn mounts I've gotten from this event. And that's not saying that I don't like it. I really enjoy the Crystal Tower series. That's... Ooh, somebody gave me the balance. And somebody gave me divination. Everybody gets divination. I got frog. I don't know what I'm supposed to do when I'm frog. Hide behind the ice cube. Four, 3, 2, 1. That's the first time I think I've been frogged in any of the times I've done this run. Is it Cerberus? No, okay, Cerberus is not here. Oh, Cerberus is World of Darkness. That makes sense. He's the Guardian of Hell. He would be in the Final Fantasy version of Hell. Sometimes I don't think my own thoughts first. Wait for the cutscene. Don't wait for the cutscene, okay? And I get tired with the Darrow. About 11 o'clock, I believe. Get a bio helper. There we go. That makes for a damn good night, I do believe. Astrologian, because I was getting a couple of the buffs through there. I noticed getting a couple of astrologian buffs through there. I will take his. I will give him the command. Hey, I gotta come in too. Hooray! I wonder how much of that was just sticking around. Striking, huh? Put on a shirt. Yes, this chest symbol that was on that first big mini boss. I hadn't noticed that. So hey, cool. In any case, that is it for me tonight. It's getting late. It is past my bedtime. So I will see you. Probably bright and early tomorrow morning for some more. Actually, I may just do that on my own. Who knows? We'll see. In any case, be good to each other. We'll see you next time.